Go upstairs. Now be quiet.
No.
This is the Harris and Walden family, and we are here, the audience of Christy Harris, and she is going to be doing a presentation over David Pezler. Miranda Harris, Walden, Erla Harris, Rokayla Harris, Tariana, Walden, Samoria, Walden, Jabray, Walden, and Tyrone Walden Jr.
Hello, my name is Christy Harris, and I'm going to be speaking on behalf of David Pelzer. I'm going to tell you a little bit about his childhood, about his life challenges, and his books. At the core of my soul, I hated myself more than anything or anybody. I came to believe that everything happened to me or around me as my own fault because I had to let it go on for so long. I wanted what others had, but saw no way to get it, so I hated them for having it. That was David Pelzer in one of his books. I would like to go into more depth and share more about the man who shared these inner thoughts and views that I have just quoted above. David Pelzer was born in a family of 5 boys on December 29th, 1960, in San Francisco, California. He was the second of the 5 boys. He grew up in the city of Daly City, California, to a mother, Catherine Pelzer, and a father, which was a fireman, Stephen Pelzer. His father passed away in 1980. His life was from 1923 to 1980. He was a San Francisco fireman. His mother, she was born in 1929, and she lived till 1992. Over the years, David Pelzer went through a lot as a child. His mom abused him, accused him, of being the reason why his father left. She was an alcoholic, and for that reason, she abused him a lot. Oftentimes she stabbed him once. She burned his arm. She threw him down the stairs, made him drink ammonia. Like, he went through a whole lot. But that never broke his spirit. He grew up into a foster home where he was often, put as an outcast. Being a child in the foster home, he felt like no one loved him. People told him no one loved him because he didn't have a mom or a father. David, I'm about to start crying. I can't talk about this. David, he lived a rough life. He later got married in 1973. He joined the Air Force, and he had a son of his own. He began to write books and talk about things that happened to him as a child. That was his way of letting it go and forgiving, his mom and his father for doing what happened. He later on, when he got older, forgave his father for leaving him there with his mother. But at the same time, like I said, he went through a lot, and I don't think any child should have to go through that. He wrote a book called A Child Called Ed. That was his first book that spoke about his childhood from the ages of 9 through 12 until he was rescued by a teacher at his school one day when he went to school, and he had lashes on him, and the nurse, she took him to the nurse, where they later on called the police and called his mom and told her that David wouldn't be coming home. And then he went on to write a book called The Lost Child, which was about his stay in the foster home and what he went through there and what he endured on his travels until they released him when he was 17, where he later joined the Air Force. He then wrote a book called A Man Named David. This was about him growing up, him finding peace within himself, him having a child that helped him forgive his mother for what he went through, because he held a grudge, which I'm pretty sure anyone would, because that's, like I said, that's pretty terrible things that she's done to him. And you know, him having a child helped him open his eyes to see that there is love within a child, and no child should have to go through what he went through. So that was released from him, and like I said, he wrote the book, A Man Named David, A Story of Triumph and Forgiveness. It was about the experience as an adult and him learning to forgive his father. After writing 3 series of books, David went on to write 4 self-helping books. One on how to help yourself, the privilege of youth, how to help yourself as a teen, and how to move forward. David Pelzer's books will touch your life, or anyone that reads them. It will put child abuse into a different perspective. And for those that went through it, his self-help books will help you move on. In concluding remarks, I will say this. What lies behind us, what lies before us, are tiny matters compared to what lies with us, says Waldo Emerson. And again, my name is Christy, and I thank you for listening.